What's up, guys? Welcome to the TLG podcast episode. I don't know.
Oh,
it's not even an episode, but, you know. We've got Overlord and Gamer Skits, as per usual.
What do you mean it's not an episode? It's an episode. We're here talking to each other. It goes on YouTube. It's videos, you know.
Fine, then. I guess we'll call it that.
Yeah. So, as per usual, look at you playing with your fucking keys. Put that shit down. Stop it. No. Wait. Bad. So, we have some shit to talk about. As per usual, it's been a while since the last one.
This time we have excuses.
Do we?
Like we do every time, but...
Yeah, actually, I suppose. I've been busy making a lot of videos lately.
That, and then the fact that I've been busy just fucking going off on an adventure across the world.
Are we starting off with that one?
Absolutely not.
That one? No?
No, we're not.
We're going to work our way into that?
We need to get some build-up so people actually watch towards midway through the thing.
Well, they don't know what the build-up is. We haven't said. You have started...
Did I not say that the build-up was me going on adventures, and I'm going to talk about said adventures?
Yes, but you got to say... You gotta tell them where you've been. Don't tell them the story. Tell them where you've been. What have you been doing, dude?
Oh, yes, I've been going to the University.
Crazy. He's a big, strong adult man now.
Absolutely.
Look at those muscles. Oh, yeah.
That's also on the topic list, and how it has ruined my life. Quote the text document.
Now we can add that into the title. Simeon's ruined life? ? Gone wrong? Gone sexual?
No clickbait.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no clickbait in brackets, just to clarify.
We've also got some news topics like the recently released console by Nintendo.
Well, I guess since you brought it up, we'll start by that. With that, not by that. Yeah?
Sure, why not?
Fucking intros, man. We're just too good at them. So, Nintendo Switch came out.
Neither of us own one.
Neither of us own one because we're poor as fuck. Some more than others. I'm looking at you.
Yes.
Officially Overlord. But, you know,
We've read the reviews and we've looked at the things, and I'm not going to touch that. It might make noises.
So, yeah. Basically, what I've seen is everybody loves it. Now, you've seen that people didn't...
I've seen a mixed review of both. I've seen people who love it, and then I've also seen people who dislike the fact that it's got a really short battery life and they don't want to carry around an extra USB charger. And
It's fair.
However, on the bright side, contrary to what everyone's been saying and shit, I don't know what I'm on about, but they're doing non-Nintendo things like, SD cards and they've had SD cards.
They've had that in the Wii.
Yeah, but you can actually store games on the SD card now. Yes, that's good. And also charging ports that are standard.
Yeah.
So not just the 3DS charging port that you can only buy their things. You can just go to the shop and buy a USB Type-C and
it's like the Xbox One where they instead of having to have that fancy fucking cable for a 360 controller, they've got just micro USB cable plugs in the controller. You can now Yep.
So you know what PlayStation did since the PS3.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
no. We're still talking about Switch. Calm down with your segues.
All right. I'm not gonna switch into the next topic yet.
Segue has been put on hold. So yeah, the Switch. I think I like what they're also doing. They're pushing for third-party games because the Wii U.
They did say they were going to push in the Wii U third-party games, but that never really happened.
Well, they didn't. I don't know what they did with the Wii U, but I don't think they knew what they were doing with the Wii U because it was a pretty cool console, but it just had no drive behind it. They apparently I actually might be spewing this out of my ass right now, but apparently they've made the Switch a lot more easier to
develop for.
Like what PS4 and Xbox One were trying to do with the shit. So they get more indie people and stuff like that.
Now, on the flip side, since we're creating kind of sort of a debate here because that gets more views.
What?
I've seen that people really dislike using the Joy-Cons. The
Joy-Cons. They look weird. I don't know. I haven't seen people actually use them.
When they use the tablet mode, so you put the Joy-Cons on the side of the screen,
it's a bit awkward.
The right one is really
There's a delay?
It's not delay, it's just really awkward to hold because you have to stretch around the analog stick.
Alright.
Because unlike regular controllers where the buttons are right there and then you just move your thumb to the analog stick.
Yep.
The analog stick is underneath your thumb and that's weird. So using it in tablet mode is really uncomfortable. And I've also heard that the Joy-Con controller thing, so where you slide them onto the controller, that's also uncomfortable.
Okay.
However, they have said that the Pro controller is like any other controller, so it's great.
That's the same thing I did with the Wii. I ended up buying a
Classic controller?
and that cancels out any problems you really have.
Yep.
I did hear something about the pre-release Switches people were getting, like gaming news websites and stuff that were getting them early. There was apparently a delay with one of the Joy-Cons. But I don't know about that.
I didn't hear anything about that.
So I'm assuming, from what I'm hearing about people now that it's out, I don't think that's a problem anymore. That's what you came here for. You wanted to hear that noise specifically. Final kind of wrap up thing. I think I'm really excited.
It has potential.
I'm really excited.
To quote every single news outlet, it has potential. However, the Wii U technically had potential.
Yeah.
But we saw how well that did.
I don't think they've...
It sold 13 million copies.
That's not
the Wii U.
It's not very much, really, is it?
Was it the Sega Dreamcast? Which is known as, like, the biggest flop that killed Sega? Sold more than the Wii U.
That's a problem. I still want to get a Wii U, just because there's some games that I need to get, like Super Smash Brothers and shit. I need that. It
doesn't have a Smash Bros. And
yeah, it does.
It will eventually, but...
Wii U.
Oh, Wii U!
Wii U! Get on my fucking level!
My bad.
Yeah, the Wii U.
Also, the new Zelda game is on the Wii U as well, so you don't have to buy a Switch.
Well, I would want to buy a Switch for that, because have you seen the reviews on that game?
Yeah.
It's like 10 out of 10, 100
yeah,
out of 100
everyone's
across
saying,
the board.
So what they did with the Zelda game is they got... you know how they've just been reprinting the same game with kind of updated graphics? Not really. That's the Nintendo way.
That's what they've been doing with Mario.
They've been doing it with like all of their games. They haven't they've only made like what?
I think
Splatoon
Zelda,
is that the only new game that they've made in like a long time.
That's true. That's their only new IP.
Excluding
but
the
I think
1-2 Switch and like that.
I think Zelda doesn't really apply to that because they don't make them that often, and they do kind of try and mix them up.
They have the new Zelda is completely different. It's not actually just the same game done all over again. It's
like a huge open world as well. And apparently, from what I've read, they've smashed it out the ballpark. Yeah. And I think it was pretty clever what they did, because they know that that Zelda fans are pretty, like, devoted Zelda fans. They have been advertising and talking up this game years before they even, like, announced the Switch. So that builds up people's hype. And then when the Switch is announced, everyone's like, oh, fuck, I gotta get a Switch for that one. You know, that's what Zelda fans sound like.
Yeah, but then they completely ruined that by releasing it on the Wii U as well.
Yeah, but like...
So, wait, Nintendo did a non-dick move? Unheard of.
You know, apparently, they still release games for the PS2.
What?
Yeah. It's a bit off topic. They still release games for the PS2. Like, what was it, like WWE and games and that? They still, like... put them on PS2. Right. I don't know where the fuck you buy them, or like why they're making them.
Okay.
Because servers don't exist on PS2 anymore. See, I might be lying, but I'm pretty sure they actually still like make that shit for the PS2.
Heard it here, probably not first, but
yeah, you heard it here. Maybe you did hear it here first because like that was complete bullshit, and I might have just made it up. But you know, you come here for straight facts, and that was a straight fact. It's 100% factual that they might still be making PS2 games. So, speaking of PlayStation, you want to get your segue going that you were on before?
My segue was that the PS3 and all that stuff, and speaking of which, you have converted to the... Well, no, I wouldn't say
converted.
I'd say...
Look how many PlayStation consoles are in this room compared to Xbox Ones, bitch.
Well, there is one.
And there's 2 Xbox.
The point was that there is one now.
Yeah, true.
That was what I was saying.
True.
You purchased a PlayStation 3.
I purchased a fat PS3.
Ah, yes, the OG.
Why did I do that?
See, the reason he purchased the original PlayStation 3...
Don't tell him the problem. Tell him just why.
Was because some of the original PlayStation 3s... had backwards compatibility to PlayStation 2. Yes. So he purchased the original one to get backward compatibility to PlayStation 2.
My PS2 died.
Exactly.
And I still have a lot of games that I wanted to play. In fact, there's a couple sitting over there.
Sweet.
So, all was good. I did my research. The fat PS3, it's the only one that can play PS2 games. So I was like, all right. And I trawled around eBay for a few months, and I finally found this one. It came with heaps of games. It came with pretty good games, actually.
Yeah.
Pretty good selection. A lot of exclusives, which is really the reason that I'm getting it. And so we got it, set it up, played some Little Big Planet with my buddy Simeon online. It was good fun. Fast forward a couple of weeks, I've been playing games on my PS3. I put in a PS2 game. And this is the day that I learned there were two kinds of fat PS3s, and I got the one that didn't have the backwards compatibility. So in that regard, I'm completely fucked. That's pretty much that.
Looks like you're gonna have to come over to my house and play some PS2 games.
Yeah, if your TV could fucking work. You remember last time I was there, we tried to play your PS2?
True.
I'm probably just gonna have to buy another PS2 in the end. I mean, I don't mind.
Or you could just buy me a TV.
So moving on anyway, shall we go back to our news? We have one more thing on the news, or continue on with our stories we have?
I think we skip that bit of news because everyone's heard it.
Well, let's just do like a 10-second segment about it, alright?
Alright, 10-second segment. Steam Greenlight got shut down by Valve and replaced by what Valve thinks was a better one, and we're still not sure if it's a better one.
Dude, that was 8 seconds. That was very impressive. If you could add another 2 seconds on there, it's there's going to be more shit games than there used to be. And that's your 10 done.
Done.
So that was an amazing bit of news. If you haven't heard about that yet, well, it sucks to be you, because we just covered everything you need to know. And if you need more information, you're obviously a little bit slow in the head. And moving on. So we have a little segment here that is not a segment at all. It's an impromptu title on our little text document we've made. It's called Adventures of TLG. First one was my PS3 adventure. Do you have anything to add to that?
You did have some issues with cooling the PS3?
Oh, yeah, that is a problem, actually. I think that was... I've played it since then. It hasn't been too bad. I think it's because it was in summer. This model of the PS3 does not have the same level of cooling as the later models, and so it overheats and the fans get loud as fuck.
Well, it doesn't overheat. That's not the issue.
Well, actually, yeah.
The fans prevent it, but the fans are fucking like...
It sounds like it's...
There you go. My impression of...
Yeah. It sounds like it's overheating, but really, like, you touch the back of it, it's not hot. It's just the fans are like, holy shit, this game's 10 years newer than us. Because it's a pretty old PS3, and I was testing it out on some later in its life PS3 games. Not going to name them.
Speaking of which, I did get you a couple of PS3 games for your birthday.
You did, my birthday. You...
Just segued.
Oh shit, you sure did. I didn't even notice. That's a good segue right there. When it's so subtle, I don't even know.
Absolutely. So the next on the list of adventures of TLG is, I'll read the exact quote, birthday misadventure, cake and shit.
Okay, so we'll preface this, because you bought these games for me before the actual date of my birthday party. My birthday party took like a month to happen.
Yeah.
It took a long time. And I had so many problems trying to actually get people to not be busy. It's like, fuck, you finished school, stop being so busy, Jesus Christ. I was like, I have work, I need to earn money and not die. Like, fuck off, come on. So you bought me a whole bunch of games. That was really cool.
Sweet. It was pretty sweet.
That was pretty cool. In fact, Little Big Planet, mentioned before, that was one of the ones you bought me.
Absolutely.
And do we want to mention the other present you got me? Or should we leave that as a surprise?
I'll leave that as a surprise.
Because that's probably not going to... We've got videos coming of that, but that's probably, like, a month away.
Yeah.
So...
Actually, since we released the podcasts fairly well, usually 2 to 3 days, I've set a standard for you now.
Yes.
Today is the 8th.
Oh, you motherfucker. It's the 8th of April. That'll give me some time to...
So it should be about, 2 months, maybe 2020, somewhere around that time when those videos will release.
Yeah, it's the 8th of April, 2037 that we're releasing this.
Yep.
Recording. So, yeah, we're not going to say the other present, but videos of that coming soon. A special collab with my boy sitting in my room right now.
Yeah, boy.
Sweating up a storm because we don't have fans on.
Yeah, boy. But what actually happened at that birthday was actually crazy.
It's pretty entertaining.
So we all get it was a fun night. So we all get to like this restaurant, right? We get absolutely shit faced.
Oh yeah, no, totally. That's our thing. You and me, we just fucking drink all
every day. Go out to the strip, scull a couple.
Prostitution is bae. I just want to preface this: neither of us drink, neither of us do fucking anything. We're boring as shit.
Absolutely.
I don't even drink like coffee or anything. I'm so like dull.
Yep. So we get to the restaurant, right? We all sit around the table. We introduce ourselves.
Yeah, because I had
half the people didn't know each other.
Yeah, I had a fair few friends that like have never met each other. So we did that. We had food. It was a good time.
I discovered an old friend of mine that I used to know who used to play like fucking Minecraft on a fucking.
Oh yeah, Caleb, 50 Caleb. He's been on my channel before.
Oh, has he?
Did the Mount Your Friends videos?
Yep, him. I used to know him when he used to like fucking. He used to be a fat fuck, and he's actually not anymore. And that's good on him.
That's why we said if he was fat, we would not say that because that's mean.
Yeah,
but like. He even said it himself. He saw a photo of himself. He's like, fucking hell, I was fat. We used to go to trivia. Well, not us. Yeah. Because we were lame children.
Yep.
Our parents used to go to trivia. Well, yours just...
Mine were doing like...
We're doing a dancing...
Yeah. And they just dropped me off there
because my parents were doing trivia with Caleb's parents. And
so all three of us like sat there. And when I say... and talked. Yeah. And when I say all three of us... 2 of us were talking, and 1 of us was playing Minecraft on a Windows Surface.
It's pretty dank, dude. I'm sure he had mods.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was pretty hardcore. He's probably making some sick.
He probably was playing hardcore.
Oh, dude. I wonder if he lived. He must have lived, because he was at my birthday party, so that was a shit joke. Anyway,
speaking of the birthday party, we didn't actually get to the
that was a preface. So he was there. You caught up with him. Whole bunch of people there.
Yeah, except like some of your friends.
Now, a good buddy, Isaac.
If you're listening, he hates you.
You motherfucker! You absolute piece of shit! You cancelled. We had a little Facebook event going. He was on maybe that whole time. I was like, that's cool. That's fine. And then because he wasn't sure if he was going to get his work off to come. And then he changed it to going a couple of days before the event. So I was like, sweet, my boy, Isaac. I've known him for a long time. I've known him since I moved here a long time ago. So I've known him for years. And then he fucking cancels like an hour before the event. It's like, you piece of shit. So anyway, we're getting off topic with all these little side details.
So everyone meets up. We have our meal. And during that meal, fucking everything goes fucking wrong.
Well, not for me. I was having a fantastic time. Me and like...
So, first of all, there was like...
people.
What happened was once we finished our meals, like we started just building a tower of just random shit.
I was not included.
Calling it modern art. So we put like a bunch of like glasses on top of each other and like chopsticks and like
and then the chopstick like the paper wrapper thing they come in.
Yeah.
They started putting fucking food in a glass and shit.
So that was fun, and we're sorry to the restaurant.
Yeah, because it was under my name. They like the table was booked under Lachlan Gamer Skits' name, so
yep.
So they're never gonna allow me back in there again.
Yep. But then again, what happened after they finished...
I think they owe you a free meal.
They most definitely do. So I was just sitting there, and I'd finished my meal, and so my meal was like noodles and like some really liquidy sauce, right?
Yeah, it was
essentially just water that I drank through a straw like halfway through the meal, but we'll ignore that.
Because you had like this big mound of food. It was like a moat. It was like an island with a moat of liquid.
And it's not like saucy liquid, it was like literally just like water.
Yeah.
Salty water, essentially.
Yeah, it's very liquid, not
like you get 2-minute noodles, the water that you drain out of that's the texture of the water. And so essentially, so the waiter or waitress?
Waiter, it was the dude. Dude.
Yep, the waiter rocks up, grabs like a couple plates, then gets mine, and just like as he's pulling it away from me, pours it all over one leg. So one leg is covered with sauce, walks around to the other side, goes to pick up another plate, and as he leans over, more sauce goes down like my one arm and down my other leg.
He splashed it on my fancy new shirt. I was wearing it for the first time. No, he just got on my arm, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And oh my god. Everybody just pissed themselves. It was fucking hilarious, dude.
So I'm just like covered in sauce, and the waiter just walks away like really quickly.
Yeah, it's like, shit.
Like, I'm gonna get fired now, and...
Yeah, he probably did that because there was a big mound of fucking glasses and plates in the center of the table. I blame you guys.
Yeah, that was...
But that was extremely entertaining.
Yep, and that wasn't the only food to get stuck on people.
Oh, yeah. So,
So after the... Actually, hang on, I've talked enough. You can tell what happened.
Yeah, I'll head on. That was your little bit of the story. So we left. What did we do? Then it was time for cake.
Yep.
We decided. So we popped across the road. There's a Woolworths there.
A shop. No. For anyone who doesn't know what a Woolworths is.
A Woolworths. Just absolutely, we're sponsored.
Yep.
Lowest prices are just the beginning. That's Bunnings. I think Bunnings and Woolworths are the same. Like, they're owned by the same thing. So I didn't do too bad.
I don't know.
But anyway, so we popped into Woolworths. Now, so we weren't going back to anyone's house. We're going to buy a cake, and we're just going to be eating it down at the
marina.
At the marina.
So what happened? Instead of buying one cake, we bought an ice cream cake.
Yes, because that was my personal choice. It's what I wanted.
A chocolate mud cake.
That was you so graciously provided that.
Chalky milk.
Yes, that was also you, wasn't it?
And then we also purchased like some plastic bowls.
Yeah, that was all straightforward.
And then we also went like, oh, we need cutlery.
Yeah.
So we tried to buy some cutlery. Little did we realize that the smallest packet of cutlery was like 50.
It was 50. We had, 10 people?
Yeah.
We just needed some plastic cutlery. And, a knife to cut the cakes. That would have been helpful. But, so, we ended up getting 50 packs.
So, 50 pack of spoons and 50 pack of knives.
Oh, we did get 10 pack of cups, though. That was
good. That went better.
For the chunky milk. But, yeah, the cakes... We had 50 forks and 50 knives to split up the cakes.
Let's just say that those 50 forks and 50 knives went everywhere.
Yeah, well, that was my doing, because I picked up all 50 knives to cut the cake at once, and then when I put them back down, we're on one of those benches where it's like the table is just like planks of wood and there's gaps in between. I'm doing all these hand movements so that people listening can understand. And that went horribly. And cutting the cake also went horribly.
I mean, you did fairly good with the cake cut.
With my plastic knives that I had available. I just was like doing double team, like cutting like both at once, then using them as like tongs.
He did surprisingly well.
Yeah.
But you completely forgot what else we purchased at the...
What else did we purchase?
We purchased a bubble gun.
No, that was a birthday present.
That was a birthday present that was purchased for you. So we purchased a bubble gum, not a bubble gum, bubble gun.
A bubble blowing gun looks like a water gun, but it's got bubbles and stuff.
Yep. And then his friend also purchased a... Was it a finding? No, it was just a fish, swimming cap.
Yeah.
Meant for like kids. So like an adult head does not fit a kid-sized swimming cap on.
It fit me alright. It's a tight fit, but it wasn't hurting or anything. It's fine.
Now, remember that cap, because it'll come up in a later story.
So that's just some context. That's not really too relevant.
And we also almost bought some silicone nipple covers, but we'll ignore that.
That was my other present, except by present, I mean they tried to make me buy it for myself, and I was like, no, you can fuck off.
And then there was also was it a rubber pig?
A rubber... Oh, didn't...
No, it wasn't a pig.
Our other friend Lachlan, didn't he actually buy that?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he bought it for himself.
Was it a pig?
I think it was a pig.
It was a rubber dog toy, squeaky toy, and he purchased it and had fun with it for the rest of the night.
The entire night. It was going till midnight. He was like...
So anyway, that's the context. Back to us eating the cake.
Us eating the cake.
So, we'd finished eating the 2 cakes and finished off the chalky milk and all that. Well, when I say finished, we almost finished.
There was a couple of pieces.
We ate the ice cream cake first because it was going to melt. So, but not all of us ate it. Some of us only ate a bit. So there was still a slice of half melted ice cream cake in a bowl.
Yeah.
And then we just went, all right, let's just start packing it up. So, Steve,
our beautiful friend.
Good old Just Cause 2 Steve
Yes. Actually, at the time of recording, tomorrow there will be a video out which has a lot to do with Steve in it.
Well, there
in
you
fact,
go.
probably by the time this actually goes live, this podcast, that video will probably be out.
Sweet.
So, hey, check out my channel if you want to know more about Steve. But yeah, you call him the Just Cause 2 official vendor and reseller and all that. He was trying to be a good guy.
So he wheels over a bin, right?
Yeah, red bin, recycle.
Like
rubbish, not recycling.
So, we're not just going to leave the stuff on the table. We're actually responsible and not drunk, so we actually put stuff in the bin. Yeah. So he opens the lid, right? Everyone starts chucking plates.
Yeah, because they're empty plates.
Yeah.
Throw them in, they're all landing.
Hannah.
Our friend, Hannah Makashaka, she's got a lovely YouTube channel, never posts anything, because she's fucking lazy. She picks up her bowl, which is the one filled with the ice cream cake, and she throws it. It's heading towards the bin. It's going. It hits the rim of the bin, and it just sprays ice cream all over Steve. His entire shirt is just covered in it. It was so fucking funny. He was like, what? And, he had to go get cleaned up. Everybody's pissing themselves. It was real funny.
And that's only 2 out of the 3 different food sources that went on people.
Hannah was also eating some more ice cream later, and she ended up getting ice cream all over her fucking skirt, if you remember that. She had a little bottom skirt.
She was actually rolling down a hill in a shopping cart at the time.
But, we don't condone that. That's silly behaviour. We had no part in that. Anyway. So basically, fast forward through the night. Everybody eventually starts heading home.
Yep.
It's getting late. It's probably like 11.
So I decided to give Lachlan McGamer Skits here a lift.
Yeah, because you gave me a lift there.
Because
my parents
invited someone to
20 minutes before they had to take me to my special night for my 18th birthday. Happy birthday to me. They invited the neighbours around to swim in the pool. So, fuck. So Simi takes me there. So we decided we wanted to go get some McDonald's.
Well, we were thirsty, so we were going to go get frozen
Cokes through the drive-thru.
So, at the time we were driving to there.
Yeah,
there was nothing on the radio, so I kept switching through radio channels. There was absolutely nothing. It was just ads. And then I end up on the classical channel. I'm just
oh my god, it was funny.
You know what? Fuck it, I'll keep it on this.
We blasted that shit. We turned up the volume.
So we go through the drive-thru, and look, I have the bright idea of cranking the classical music to the point where the people in the car behind us were shaking their head.
And we had the windows down and everything, so it was loud. We were pumping that shit like it was number 1 new hit single.
Yep.
And we're just jamming out.
Imagine techno thumping in a car with a sub and all that.
Yeah.
What cool kids do, except we were playing classical music. So we get to the drive-thru, and then the fish cap that I mentioned before came into play.
Yeah, you put it on.
So I decided, you know what? I'll put the fish cap on my head. And it's squeezing my head like crazy. And we look absolutely ridiculous. So we get to the bit where we pay for the bit that we ordered.
Yeah, they're just staring.
And we're just straight face the whole time.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at it. I'm just looking straight ahead. I'm just this is a regular night for me.
And I'm just handing money over as if it was everyday stuff. And then once we drive past, the chick looks out of the window, shakes her head, and closes the window.
And then we get to the actual pick up our meals part, and it was someone you knew.
Yep.
So you're just thank you. just drive away awkwardly. And holy shit. So that was a wonderful night.
That was amazing.
Thank you for many beautiful memories that I'll hold until next week when I've forgotten them because I'm dead.
Speaking of dead and ruined lives and...
Oh, here he goes again with the segues!
Now we're going to talk about Article 7 on the list. Simon, apostrophe S, debt and ruined life.
Thank you for the ASMR podcast. Welcome back. It's mouth noises on this episode. Anyway, moving on.
I apologize because I didn't actually start whispering till halfway through getting close to the mic, so...
Might have been a bit loud. Anyway, tell us the story, buddy.
The story is that I'm going to uni, right? Yeah? Crazy. I don't know how I got in, but I got into university.
Crazy. I did
actually got in... You did too.
But I'm not going there till next year because money, and don't worry about that.
So I got into university doing my dream stuff of, engineering and all that. Good times.
Congratulations. Yeah, that was a lot less bad on the ears than my clapping was. Anyway, carry on.
So,
sweet sir.
I get there, and I don't get there, but they're like, I get into uni, and they're like, alright, sweet. Since you're a permanent resident here in Australia, we'll give you the HEX loan, the discount, so you don't have to pay $22,000 a semester. So I'm only paying $4,000 a semester, right?
It's a big difference.
It's a big difference. However, because I'm not a citizen, I actually have to pay it upfront, cash/credit. So I have to go get a loan from somewhere else. The worst part is that this money is due March 31st, and I become a citizen on April 5th, I believe. So I'm like a couple days off actually getting the loan from the government. So hopefully I should get the loan a second semester. But that means that I am currently $4,000. Actually, I think it's $4,600.
You $4,600
in debt at the start of university.
Shit, dude.
And because Newcastle University isn't local, so I have to drive there every day. It's a long drive. I'm not going to tell the exact time because then they'll figure out where I live.
Why would they?
I don't know.
Wait, did you say which uni it was?
Yes.
Okay, then never mind. I was like, what?
So it's a long drive, and it takes. Let's just say that I pay $60 a week for petrol, and currently I don't have a job.
Yeah.
Because it's off season, so there's no jobs anywhere.
Yeah.
I've been sending out resumes to literally everything.
In fact, you were doing some job hunting
literally
earlier today. Yep. How'd that go?
It went pretty well because I'm getting pretty desperate now because of the second reason.
Please, I'll suck your dick.
So, what happened was, today is Wednesday. On Sunday, my power supply for my computer just decided to just die. And I'm really hoping that I didn't kill anything with it. So I had to express ship myself a new power supply.
Well, he's already got all this money in debt.
Yep. So now I'm even more money in debt. And I still don't have the power supply. It should be here today, but shh, that's a tangent. So that happened on Sunday. Then Monday, I go to uni. I get there at midday, meaning that there's absolutely no parking whatsoever. So I park in I see a free spot. I'm like, all right, sweet, I'll park there. It says general parking, the same parking where it does everywhere else. I come back from my 4 hours of lectures, and there's a parking ticket on my car. So, after spending $180 on power supplies the day before, I have a $108 fine. Just chilling on my thing, and I'm like, the two cars next to me on either side don't have fines, so I'm like, how the hell did I get a fine? And so
it's fun. It's good times.
Now I'm ridiculously in debt. I need to get money in the next 3 weeks so I can actually pay off the fine. Otherwise, consequences will never be the same. Reference to early 2000s memes, I guess. Well, that, I don't know.
Yeah,
and
I know what you're talking
that
about. Sure.
is my debt and ruined life.
Well, it seems...
It seems, everyone. It seems.
You're trying to be the professor from Futurama?
No.
It seems, everyone. He doesn't say it. He says...
So, the reason why I didn't have enough money to pay off the uni stuff...
You came up with a segment. Good job. You heard my sweet one. It seems.
And so the reason for that is, as I said, I went on a 2-month escapade of sorts through Europe.
You dropped off the map. Off the grid.
Yeah.
So not the map.
It was pretty good. I went to Italy, saw Italian kid, Andrea.
Yeah,
he showed up in a couple FNAF videos. Didn't actually show up. He was on off camera.
You got spooked by him.
I most definitely did.
I believe in episode 4, the really funny one. Literally is called the funniest episode.
I was just sitting on my chair in spooky FNAF mode, and then Italian kid / Andrea just opens the door. I look over and it's like,
Yeah,
I just jumped.
Just tell us more about the... Yeah, show us again. Wow, that's pretty cool. Everybody's real glad they saw that one.
Absolutely.
That was real good.
So that's Italian Kid. I went to saw him.
I went to saw him.
Yes.
Jesus
and then
Christ.
us two, the crew of two, the two musketeers.
The crew of two. The dynamic duo is what you're
Absolutely.
looking
Us two took the trains through like all of Europe and all fun stuff. And then one time I was on the train.
Oh, so I have not heard this.
Yes.
This is new to me.
I was on the train, right, and I was listening to the pod. Actually, no, my bad. I'll recount. I'll cancel this. I'll say it a bit later. Okay. So we've gone through the stuff. We've go to Finland, where
we went. You went back to your hometown of Antarctica.
Absolutely. It was minus 42 degrees Celsius.
It was 42 degrees Celsius here. So.
Yep, that's fairly decent, right? So we have fun there, spend New Year's over there, and then on the plane back, I was like, you know what? I'll listen to the TLG podcast.
Crazy. Someone's listening at least.
Yep. So I realized that I only had the first 2 episodes on my phone for some reason. I swear I put the others on, but I don't know.
However many there are, we don't remember.
I think it's 4, maybe 5, I'm not sure.
Okay.
And then what happens is I get to a bit where it was in the first episode where Lachlan's like, you know, our regular schedule of like where this is going to be uploaded in like soon, hopefully. And then he's like, I hope you're not watching in 2017.
Oh no.
So I was on the plane in 2017 listening to this, and I just lost myself.
You lost
I just had an existential crisis. So I just lost it, and like everyone in the plane just like turns around and looks at me. I'm like still laughing, and I'm just like trying to cover my mouth and like be as inconspicuous as possible.
This is the first one that we recorded in 2015.
Yes.
Jesus. Oh, that's great. If you don't know what he's talking about, I guess you just go have to listen to the first episode of the podcast.
Absolutely. And it was absolutely great. That was also the flight where my in-flight entertainment system didn't work.
Is that why you had to listen to it? You
Yes.
had absolutely nothing else to do.
Yes.
Hooray! You want to call out the plane company that did it? You gonna call them out?
No.
Okay.
They don't even deserve the free advertisement of this great
great endorsement.
World-renowned
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, we'll sponsor you if you want.
Absolutely. And that is the reason why I do not have any money anymore, because I fucked off for 2 months.
That's a big problem.
Yep. So if anyone wants to like give me $4,000, $5,000, maybe not even the $4,000, just like the $100 for the fine, that'd be great.
Plus some money for his TV that he asked me to get him earlier in the episode.
Yeah.
Now you had a story about a train. No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
You said you were... Wait, did you actually tell the story?
Yes.
Well, never mind then. Tell us another story, because I've asked for more. I'm begging you. You bought some cool clothes.
Yeah, I bought some cool clothes on QWERTY.com.
I'm not talking about QWERTY, I'm talking about clothes
Oh, yeah.
overseas.
Sponsored by QWERTY.com.
I wish. QWERTY is a cool website.
Yep.
Anyway,
I purchased some pretty sweet clothing.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd make some
Why
noises.
are you tapping? Is that...
I was tapping the actual microphone
Jesus
base.
Christ.
So there's like some fairly big spikes on
Yeah,
there.
I was wondering how you got that spot. Anyway,
So-
I hope you enjoyed that noise.
So I bought some clothes thinking, yeah, these will make great props for future videos. For, you know, all those videos that I plan on doing while I'm busy doing 40 hours of university plus work.
Per year.
So should I tell them what clothes I got, or should I make them subscribe to my channel so they can see them when I wear them?
Yeah, yeah. So you've just completely made my story redundant there. He bought some clothes, case closed. That's it. Suitcase closed. Filled with new clothes. Wink. Anything else? We've actually run out of topics, but we could keep the ball rolling if you could think of something to come up with the next 5 seconds to say.
Eh.
I agree. So the other day I was making noises similar to that because I have sex all the time.
Yeah, good times.
That was also a joke. Help me, I'm so lonely.
So I have noticed that you've been uploading a lot of videos recently, like almost daily.
Almost daily, weekdays, every weekday, for a few weeks now. I had my new schedule a few months back where I was doing every second day, and I was like, wow, I'm such a good fucking YouTuber. I'm doing so many videos. And then I realized, it's not enough. We gotta go deeper. You know, deeper is like... Yeah, So, I cranked it up a notch. I got rid of that. I haven't actually made an update vlog or anything because it's not forever. It's just while I can. I'm just trying to keep this going as long as I can. Eventually it'll go back to 2 videos, like every second day, kind of every video every second day, or even less maybe.
I mean, that's better than the like every second year that I upload.
Yeah. We used to have a schedule. It was once a week.
Yeah.
So we've gone from once a week to every second day to nearly every day. It's pretty good. And I get through series a lot quicker now. Like, I'm currently uploading Resident Evil.
So how's your Fallout 4 series going?
Hey, I ended that. Okay? If I started that up now, it'd be easy as shit. Back then, I could not do that. But now I can. Because, like, you see, I'm uploading, like, every second day, I've got 40 to 55 minute video coming up for Resident Evil. That's pretty good. So, you know, basically, hail to the king. Gamer Skits uploads videos a lot these days. Because he's got nothing fucking else to do. He goes to work, but he doesn't have the troubles of uni like you do.
I mean, I had a couple videos that I was meant to upload simultaneously to Gamer Skits.
That's true.
And then I think I skipped 2 of them.
Yes. My Rust video, you were meant to do that.
I was meant to create like a random moments thing for that. I still might. I'm not sure.
I still need to make more videos of Rust, so that's a problem for me. And Gmod Horror Maps,
And then I was meant to upload them and release them at the same time, but then I just never got around to it because of uni pressures and trying to get a loan and a job.
We're putting the pressure onto you now because you're bringing up the fact that you have those videos.
Oh no, please.
So, just tell them you never got a power supply ever again.
Yep.
Yeah, you stopped playing
the power
games.
supply fried all of my computer, and I don't have one anymore.
Unfortunately, he's just going to never be able to play video games ever again, and you better fucking upload those videos.
Are you opposed to me talking about some tech news?
Some tech news? I just farted, so if you want to get technical, I could tell you lots about that fart. But please, tell me something I have no idea about, please.
So, you know the new NVIDIA GTX 1080s that you've kind of been drooling over a bit? Was that a cat?
That sounded like a woman.
I swear that was a cat.
I actually can see a cat right now. I can see it is lying on the roof of your car, out in the driveway. Excuse me? No, I'm serious. There is a car on the roof of your cat? Yeah, there's a car on the roof of your cat. Jesus Christ.
Ignoring that.
So anyway, we heard a noise. I don't think we should pay too much attention to it. Carry on, just ignore it.
So, the new GTX 1080 that came out, like, about a year ago. Actually, literally a year ago now.
Jesus, that long? Like, it's not a year yet.
You've been drooling was it?
No,
I swear it was the 1 year anniversary.
I got Doom.
I swear
those cards came out.
I swear in the press release they were like, for the 1 year anniversary we'll do X.
Well, is it out yet?
Yes. So
carry on.
The GTX 1080 came out about a year ago. We'll go with about a year ago.
About a year ago.
And revolutionized graphics because it was like
VR.
Better and cheaper than anything else. And
VR can now exist. Basically.
And you, with your dumb retarded face, decided that you should buy the previous generation like a month before they released the new generation.
It's because the new Doom was coming out, and I could not have been able to run that on max settings because I was playing it. I was playing the beta, which you and I actually discussed in a previous podcast.
Go listen to it.
Yeah, just go watch all of them because we don't know which episode it is, but you need to know. You need to know. It's important, obviously.
Yep.
So I decided I can't play this on max settings. I bought this PC to play games on max settings. I got to upgrade these fucking cards. So I bought myself a 980 Ti just before the new 10 series came out, and I paid the same price as a 1080 now costs. Fun times for me. Anyway, get to your news, boy.
So, they've just released the GTX 1080 Ti.
Also known as overkill in your hands to play with. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Meaning that it is officially, like, ridiculous. Like, the 1080, if you could run 4K at, like 100 frames FPS, no problem.
Probably
This,
not. I don't know.
what the hell are you meant to do with this?
Maybe they made this specifically with Ark Survival Evolved in mind, because that game runs like shit. Stop telling me it doesn't, Caitlin. It fucking does. It runs at like 2 FPS on the lowest settings. Fuck off.
Anyway, another tech news is, you know how recently there's only been Intel CPUs in like everything?
That's true.
There hasn't been many AMD CPUs.
That's true. It's coming back.
AMD Ryzen was just released.
Yeah.
So you know,
if
like,
you want that for some reason.
You most definitely do.
Do you?
Because you know the say for example the CPU that I have in my CPC,
yeah.
Yep. The one that's dead now. My 6700K, which I paid 500 Australian dollars for.
Can I just stop you there for
Yes?
a second? I thought when you said 6700K, I thought that was the resolution you were playing games at. Not 4K, it's 6700K. Carry on. I'm sorry.
So I paid 500 Australian dollars. For that same price, I could have gone double the performance with Ryzen. To be fair, I did purchase my 6700K a year and a bit before it, so I'm completely
So the Ryzen is actually like way better?
So what they're saying is the top of the line Intel thing, which costs $1,000 US,
right?
The 6900K, it has 10 cores, I believe.
Shit.
Or is it 10 cores with hyperthreading? I don't know.
How many does mine have?
4 with
4.
hyperthreading.
Right.
So kind of 8.
Okay.
But not really. We've probably lost like everyone at this point who doesn't know anything about computers.
Yeah,
but
we're just speaking words. Like, hey, did you hear about blah 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 blah?
yeah, the 79600XT
Yeah, they heard the word 69. You said 69 at one point, and everybody tuned back in. They were like, "Hello."
So the 6900K is $1,000 US, and Ryzen's top of the line,
yes,
1800X, is essentially the same performance, if not slightly better, $500 US.
That's
Meaning
crazy.
that Intel finally has to get off their ass and actually make CPUs that are better than the generation before,
yes,
because you're still running a 4950K. I don't. The i7 4970K. 4970K. No. 4790.
4750.
4790K? I actually should remember this, but I don't know. So.
I have no idea.
Just,
I have a CPU, I think.
I think it's... Is it Haswell or Devil's Canyon? Or, I don't know. It's one...
Fuck? You're just saying words now. I don't believe these are actually real words at this point.
It's essentially like Haswell, I believe, is
Cool.
what it's called.
Yeah, glad we got there.
Or
eventually.
Devil's Canyon.
We
One,
got
either
there.
of the two. It's
You
that
got there.
one.
It's good.
It's
You
like
did it.
2 or 3 generations behind, and there has been literally practically almost zero improvement in those 3 generations.
Literally, practically. Yeah, like
it's
the
been-
difference between mine and yours. Yours is the newer one that came out around the same time that I bought mine
Yep.
originally. There's a difference, but it's very minimal.
Like, if you were playing games, you would see 1 or 2 FPS difference. If you're rendering, you might see like 5 minutes difference. But like, if they were,
What?
if they were,
Motherfucker.
when I purchased mine, they were the same price. When he purchased his, the one that I have was double the price.
Do you have any idea how long it takes me to render videos? No, you don't. Do you know how long an episode of Resident Evil takes to render? Take a guess.
Is it an hour?
No, it is around 4 hours.
Well, in that case, it would be roughly about 3 hours and 45 minutes if you got mine. That's such a difference. So, Intel will now actually have to get off their ass and try and develop something that's better. And they no longer set the market price.
It's true.
So now that AMD set the market price really low, Intel will have to actually not sell their CPUs at $1,000.
Damn, Daniel. Why did I say that? Cut that out. David, edit that out.
David, do not edit that out.
David, please edit that out. You know we have a special bond. It's almost as if our voices are kind of similar. I don't know anything about that, though, because you're a completely different person. In fact, he's sitting in the room with us. Hey, David. Hang on, I think he has something to say. I'm so sorry. I literally just slapped the microphone.
Poor David.
I was trying to find something that could make noise. I should have just... It would have been... I'm an idiot. Put the down mask down. Put it down. It's been enough videos at this point. You haven't even seen it. It's coming back. Oh, God. Sorry, that was that. Congratulations to AMD on putting the pressure on Intel to add a few letters to their name and become intelligent.
Ah!
That's what you come here for. Sick wordplay. Is that wordplay? Is that...
It might be foreplay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. I like that. So,
you didn't see that, but I put my hands on my crotch.
I didn't even see that, thankfully. I came up with something before that I wanted to talk about.
Hang on, can I just wrap up my tangent of CPUs?
While I think.
So what this means is it's good for AMD because recently their shares and stock shit has been going down and they've been making not any money at all.
It's just Nvidia just basically wipes the floor with graphics cards. With even
started making a profit with the new
card was very affordable.
Yeah,
480
for RX 480.
RX 480,
which does not compete with a 1080, but it's a lot cheaper.
It's a lot cheaper, and it does do a very good job.
Yeah,
really.
you could easily play 1080p games full settings with that.
Yeah, well, maybe not like the newest.
I'd say the newest ones
okay, so
at 1080p 60 FPS. You're easily at max settings. However, it doesn't handle higher. So if you want to go to 144 or 4K, you're not going to get as good. You might get some 4K at not max settings, but it's not as good as the Nvidia one, but it's a lot cheaper, so they actually started making profit. And now with the new Ryzen release, their stock market's just fucking exploded.
That's good.
So good for AMD. They're not going bankrupt.
Yeah, that's good. Because like my original cards, they were AMD.
Yes.
And, they weren't bad. Well, they weren't actually what I wanted. Steve! Thank you, Steve! So anyway, yes, I had something to talk about, and I just remember what it was. This week, I had a special encounter.
You had a special encounter?
Yeah, you know about this.
Is this the encounter while you were at work yesterday?
No, it wasn't your dad fucking walking up and high-fiving me at work. No, that's not the encounter. In fact, now that I think about it, I don't think it was this week. I think it was late last week.
Oh.
With some game developers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yes! I
can't believe we didn't have that fucking written down. Because your boy, Goomer Skirts, he's been trying.
Not ready for that.
Your boy Goomer Skirts? That one caught you off guard, did it?
Okay. Carry on!
Wasn't that funny? So, I've been playing a game. It's taken me a long time just to get 2 episodes out.
CHKN.
Yes, that's what it's called. CHKN. Definitely not abbreviated. That's not the right word. Fucking
paraphrased.
Chicken.
Chicken.
It's called chicken, but like chicken because
chicken.
Because there's no vowels or anything. It's just CHKN chicken. It's a pretty cool game.
Yeah.
I would absolutely recommend you watch my videos of it. Basically, you build animals out of blocks. And
then they come alive. And
they're
fucking
eat me.
Freaky and...
Yeah, they eat me guaranteed every fucking time because...
Yep.
Hooray. So I've been playing that. It's a lot of fun. Last week...
You released a video.
I released a second video.
You released a second video.
After like a year.
And then something interesting happened.
Something sure did.
This is your story, so I'll let you tell it.
I was glad you said that, because I realized I'm kind of taking the mic a bit. So I found an email on Gmail.
This was after the fact that the game devs had actually followed you on Twitter and like messaged you on Twitter like, sweet.
No, stop! You're all out of order. I'm going to say this. I found that they subscribed to me on YouTube. That was the first thing. Why'd you just steal the story? That was the whole story. He's putting a wallet in his face now. What are you doing?
Have my debts.
There is now a $108 fine sitting on top of the microphone. I'm sure that noise sounded good. That little... Oh my god, look at it. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no. Okay, so they subscribed to me on YouTube and I was like, kind of just like, oh shit, cool. Because I knew that they do kind of like...
community engagement.
They find people's videos of their game, because I'm sure they're an indie team, so they probably like get pretty excited when they see people playing their game, because like, cool, someone's playing it, let's see what they did. So they subscribed to me on YouTube. I thought that's really cool. And then I tweeted to them saying, thanks for subscribing, hope you enjoyed it, and blah, 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 blah. Because I was like, I'm going to fucking schmooze with these people. And then, they tweeted back and followed me on Twitter. And they actually, like, legitimately had watched them, because they brought up my creature, the pig giraffe, that I had made. They were like, we loved your pig man thing. It was something. So, then they privately messaged me on Twitter saying, hey, we noticed you mentioned multiplayer was coming to the game. Well, it's here now. Would you like some keys?
Oh, shit!
Would you like some keys to play with your friends and make videos? And get us that sweet, sweet advertising?
And then Skits realized he didn't have any friends.
Yeah, so I got the keys and I sold them on G2A. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So, in the near future, there'll be new episodes of Chicken coming out. It's kind of just like me promoting my channel kind of thing. But, you know, you will be playing Chicken with me.
Under the presumption that I have a PC.
That's true. Could be playing games with my dog instead. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about.
You could recreate your dog in Chicken and be like, hey dog, does this look like you?
Didn't I already do that? I made a dog in the last episode.
I did, but it didn't look like your dog.
It's a brown dog. I can't make a black and white dog. They don't have black and white dog fur body parts. They got brown dog parts.
Who said that it had to be dog parts?
Ew, I don't think they have any black body parts. Racist! Oh! Chicken exposed! No, but real talk, the people that make that catapult, thank you to them for acknowledging how amazing I am at my job. We're approaching 58 minutes now. Do you have anything else to talk about?
No, I think, once again, we're running out of topics, and it's exactly the 1 hour mark.
Well, we ran out of topics like half an hour ago. We just bullshitted for the next...
Yeah, but once again, we've officially run out of topics, and you're not going to say anything else, because it's officially like the 1 hour mark.
How many times more are you going to say officially before like a link to your channel just appears?
Subscribe to Officially Overlord.
I don't think anybody heard that. I'm looking at the piece on the microphone. It looks real bad. So, thank you all.
Just in case you didn't hear that, subscribe to Officially Overlord and unsubscribe from Skits.
Thank you all for watching.
This has been the TLG podcast.
Fuck, I've done it twice now. In the past 30 seconds, I said watching.
Oh no!
Thank you all for listening.
I've been Officially Overlord. Please subscribe to my channel.
You aren't anymore.
No.
He's deleting his channel after this.
I am now correctly Tsar.
Oh yeah, that was your meme. Before that you were something else.
Actually Emperor.
Actually Emperor, now you're correctly Tsar.
And then before then I was Ice Wizard from Finland. But we're getting off topic. We were trying to end this video.
We're just trying to stretch it out to that full 1 hour. But no, so thank you all for listening to this. I won't say that there'll be another podcast episode soon, just because if we do, it's not going to happen. So maybe we'll say that there's none coming soon, and it'll actually happen.
Maybe like 1 week from now you'll see another podcast, then that'll be crazy. I've now said that we're going to do one in the next week.
Well, we'll see you
all
in
right.
2020.
See
Goodbye,
2020,
guys.
bye!